Good morning. Sticking with the same theme we've been on about us not having condemnation in Christ and Romans 8:1, and then we've seen about the anatomy of our life in Christ, the advantage of life in Christ, the accomplishment of life in Christ. And today I would refer to this as kind of the alteration, if we could say that, of our life in Christ. If you look in verse 3 again with me, I read it for context to get to verse 4 is where we're going to focus this morning. Romans 8:3, for God has done what the law weakened by the flesh could not do by sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh. And for sin, he condemned sin in the flesh. Now here's verse 4. In order that the righteous requirement of the law might be fulfilled in us. The righteous requirement of the law might be fulfilled in us. I thought we weren't able to keep the law. Well, we are. But remember, Jesus kept it. And his righteousness comes to us free of charge. In order that the righteous requirement of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk, not according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. See, here is what happens as a result of gospel and freedom. Okay? That sin's been done away with and now you're free. Your life is altered. And what I mean is your life is altered in that you can now do that which you could not do before. You were incapacitated. I was incapacitated to do righteousness. But now in Christ, you can actually do righteousness. It doesn't mean that you can be perfect. Now, that was taken care of by Jesus. That's how you can fulfill the righteous requirement of the law in us, is because ultimately Jesus is the one who fulfills that. But we get to walk now, not according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit, because the Spirit is in us. And the Spirit being in us now, right? And keep in mind, when Jesus was on earth, how often you'll read the Gospels and you'll see, here is this one who is God the Son, and yet the text will say something like, and the Spirit came upon him, and he, or being filled with the Spirit, he. Why does he need that? Well, the answer is, in one sense, he doesn't. He's got the Son. But there's two things at work here. Number one is a doctrine known as perichoresis, which is the idea of the mutual indwelling of the persons of the Trinity. The Father indwells the Son indwells the Father, the Spirit indwells the Son indwells the Spirit indwells the Father indwells the Spirit, and so forth. The second thing, right, is that he wanted to model for us, though, what it would be like to be a human in the likeness of sinful flesh, to use the verse from yesterday, and to be able to come in the likeness of sinful flesh and be fully Spirit dependent to walk in righteousness. And now we get to do that because he came and he changed our lives and gave us the Spirit so that we could not walk according to the flesh but according to the Spirit. So live according to the Spirit, right? Live according to the Spirit. Makes me think of Galatians 5:16, but I say walk by the Spirit, and you'll not gratify the desires of the flesh. Or Galatians 5:25, if we live by the Spirit, let us also keep in step with the Spirit, right along, lockstep, walking along with the Spirit of God. That's our privilege to do as we depend upon the Spirit because of the gospel of Christ and the mercy of the Father, a Trinitarian gift that alters our lives. May the Lord bless you today.